Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Deven. Deven is from Salina in Kansas in the USA. So let's see what Deven has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello. Yes, I can hear you now.
Good.
Hello Deven, how are you?
Good morning, I'm pretty good. I guess it's not morning there for you though, is it?
Right now it's 2:30 in the afternoon. What you drinking, by the way?
Coffee.
Black coffee?
All black, that's right.
Amazing. Am I saying your name right? Is Deven?
Deven, yep.
Okay, Deven. So just before we start the game, just tell me where are you from?
Salina, Kansas.
Right. And what's the weather look like this morning over there?
It has been hot and humid. It's supposed to be in the lower 90s with about 60% humidity. It's absolutely terrible.
Right. Today London is really, really hot, really warm today. It's everyone is out. It's not every day that's like that. Some people, when the sun is out, people just go to the park. They just enjoy the most.
Yeah, not me. I'm not a summer guy at all. Give me winter any day.
Right, Deven. And what do you do for a living?
I am a vice president and computer systems engineer for a technology firm.
Wow, that's amazing. And tell me, what's the most interesting thing about your job? What would you like the most about your job?
Fixing things. I get lots of help desk calls every day. But the thing I like doing most is system design and installing servers.
Good. Right, Deven, just before we start the game, just tell me something interesting about yourself.
Well, I'm a farm boy. I was raised for 18 years on a farm up in southwest Nebraska with my two brothers, and we live about 15 miles from the nearest town of 2,000 people. We didn't have Walmarts or McDonald's or anything like that. So fairly small school. I moved to Kansas for college in 1997, and I've been here ever since. The Salina is about 50,000 people, so it's still a fairly small town, but it's a big city for me. But I keep some of that country in me.
Oh, I was about to say you are so lucky to be able to be raised in a small town, like this very small town. I think nowadays, the world is so fast, everything's so fast right now. And I was talking to a friend the other day. I've been raised in a very small town, and I left my small town when I was 18. Actually, the same time as you. Actually, when I was getting ready to university, and that's where I changed. And I was like, wow. When I look back, I'm so glad that I had the experience, because nowadays, you're a city boy now. It's a different world. You know what I mean? Even more now with this technology. So yeah.
I wouldn't change anything about it.
Me neither. I was talking last week. I was talking to another friend, and I was telling her that I remember like going out when I was a kid, and the only way we could communicate with my friends, just go in their house, knock their door, organize things, because there was no technology at all. Even telephone, we couldn't be able to call. And
right.
It was like, when you look back, it's like, my God, how lucky we were at the time to be able to, to live in that period of life. It's just amazing.
I absolutely love technology. That's what I do, but I am so glad that we did not have it growing up.
Yeah.
There's such more sense of people and family without it.
Absolutely. I think nowadays it's a different world anyway, and I think technology, as you know very well, it helps a lot. Makes people more connected in a way as well somehow. But it's I think we were lucky that we had this both experience in life, that we could live both. And great. Okay, Deven. So welcome to William and the Magic Box. Box full of random fun questions, okay? So I'm just gonna play some music now, just for us to get a bit in the mood before the first question.
All right.
Ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. right, Deven, ready for the first question?
Hit me.
Amazing. Just before I pick the first question, just to let you know, if there is any question you don't have an answer for, don't want to answer, always can pick another one, okay? It's very chilled and relaxed, right?
Sure.
Let's do it. The first question is, what's your idea of a perfect day?
A perfect day. Well, I haven't done this yet, but I'd like to. I love just looking at stars. Like I said, I grew up out in the country where you could look up and absolutely see every star that exists almost, and you could see the Milky Way band. And so I love just to hop in the back of a pickup truck with some drinks, a blanket, and some wine, and just cuddle and stare up at the stars all night.
Are you a day or night person?
I'm a night person.
What time you go to bed and what time you wake up usually, or normal days?
On normal days, I go to bed about 11:30 or 12 and get up at 7.
Oh, so it's not a night person at all?
Yeah.
When you say a night person, I thought you would go like to bed like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, more or less, I thought.
Oh, no. I'm too old to do that.
Right, next question for you. Okay, Deven, just before the next question, tell me what's the biggest difference in your opinion, between Nebraska and Kansas?
There's not a whole lot of difference. They're both very, very flat. Not a lot of hills or mountains. I would honestly say the biggest difference is at night. It gets a lot colder in Nebraska at night than it does in Kansas. It gets really hot in Nebraska to 90s, upper 90s, low hundreds. Same as in Kansas, but at night, Nebraska temperature might drop down in the 50s, while in Kansas it stays up in the 70s.
I see. So, all your family are back in Nebraska?
Yep, all my family lives in Nebraska, back in the town where I was raised. I'm the only guy who moved away.
And your brother is there as well?
What's that?
You said you have a brother. He's back there as well.
I have an older brother and a younger brother, and they still both live there with their families, and my parents still live there also.
Cool. Very good. Next question for you is, what's the most beautiful thing somebody have done for you?
Oh, there's so many. I love people, and I appreciate everything anybody ever does for me. Growing up, I didn't have very many birthday parties or friends because, like I said, I lived 15 miles out of town, and just going down the street to visit people was not really possible. So I guess I got thrown a surprise birthday party once, and that was probably the super awesome for me. I was in my lower 30s, of course, when that happened, but it was still pretty special that someone planned that for me.
It was a surprise birthday party or not?
Yep. So it was a surprise.
Tell me a little bit about it. How did it happen?
Well, everybody parked like far away and walked to my house. And my friend at the time, we went out to eat, and we just came back home, and the house looked completely empty. There were no cars parked anywhere. It was dark, and walked in the house, and lights came on, and everybody was there.
Oh my God! How was your reaction?
I was very surprised.
Did it cross your mind something was going on or no? It was totally a surprise for you.
No one's ever done anything like that for me before, so it never even crossed my mind. I had zero clue.
Wow. I'll tell you something now. A few years ago, yes, I think 4 or 5 years ago, one of my best friends, he was organizing a surprise birthday party for me as well. And I spent the day with him, and then we spent the day together, and I went to his place in the afternoon. I was like, oh my God, I just want to be here now. I'm not going to leave this house for nothing. And he was organizing the fun with other friends in the pub. in the bar, and I was like, I said, oh, let's just stay here. So okay, Molly, let's go for just for a drink. I said, oh, you know what? No, let's stay here. I don't want to go anywhere. And he was like, oh, come on, just for a drink, you'll be fine. And I was so cozy already. I was so relaxed. I said, no, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. I can choose what I want to do. And I just want to be here, just relax. I enjoy the day together with you. Let's just be here, watch a movie and everything. Can you imagine what he said to me? Right, I need to tell you now. I've got so many people waiting for you in the bar right now. You must come with me.
Right.
He needs to tell. I said, oh my God. I said, oh, you spoiled your party. How did you do that? I said, oh my God, it was my birthday. You said to me, oh, let's enjoy the day. The day is mine, so let's do. But can you imagine? I felt so bad afterwards. And when I got there, everyone was already waiting. And they knew it because he told us, okay, he knows already. The only way to take him out of the house. I said, okay, let's do it. But I felt so bad. It was the only time somebody organized like a birthday party for me, and I spoiled.
Yep.
Next one, let's do it. Right, next question for you, Deven. If you could be a character in a movie, who that would be and why?
Well, I'm an extremely empathetic, kind, caring guy in real life. So I think it would be exciting to be a villain in a movie. Someone who has to, the evil person, I guess. So I could, at least I could act like that and not actually be like that in real life.
Anyone in particular?
Probably not in any particular, no. But it would be fun to be a vampire, I guess.
To go around and start killing people during the night, yeah?
Right. I wouldn't actually kill them, see, because I'm a vampire, so they would just become a vampire also. But at least they wouldn't have.
Yeah, you'll be spreading around your power.
That's right.
Next question. Right, before the next question, tell me a little bit about your tattoos.
Oh, so I mentioned the stars in space earlier. I absolutely love space and the thought of space and how it absolutely just goes on and on, literally forever. There's no end to it, which is incomprehensible to humans. It's incredible to me. So this is it's a galaxy tattoo. So I have the Orion constellation here, and then there's just a planet, and there's a little heart down here, and this is the Celtic symbol for love, and then there's the equality symbol here, and a planet here, and I'm a Virgo, so this is the Virgo astrology here, and then I have the Virgo constellation tattooed. Can't really see it, but it's right here on my chest also.
Amazing. And how old were you when you had the first one?
My first one, I think I was probably 26 or 27 when I got my first one. And it was just really tiny. It was actually right here, and it was just about that size. And they covered it up and just made it bigger.
I see. Cool. Next question for you is, if you could go back in time, in one moment, memory in your life, what that would be and why?
There's absolutely so many. I had such a great childhood and family support and everything like that. But my grandfather, my first grandfather who passed away, I was only in grade school, I think 6th or 7th grade, I think, when he died. And I would love to go back and be able to talk to him again and show him who I've become today.
Oh, very sweet, very sweet. Next question. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, what's the best part of living Selena, in your opinion?
It's a town, and it's not the country, but it's small enough so it kind of feels like home still. There's a real sense of community. The crime rate, although it's been rising a little bit, has been a minimal crime. It's a very clean city. The government here cares about the city, and they keep parks upkept, and if I really want to go to a big city, there's Kansas City that's 3 hours away. There's Wichita that's only an hour away. So even though Salina is small and not a whole lot to do, there's opportunity to not have to go far for some of the bigger city amenities.
See, and what's the most challenging part, in your opinion, living there?
Challenging part, I guess meeting people is kind of difficult here. The only nightlife entertainment is bars and clubs, which I'm really not into that scene anymore, and so it's difficult to not a lot to do to be able to meet people here.
I see. Okay. By the way, I had someone on the show already from Kansas City. Already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he lives in London. He's been, I think, living in the UK for the last few years. And when I asked him, where are you from? He was like, I'm from Kansas City. Here I go, like singing. If you go to my stories on my Instagram, I kept it. I saved his story. I was like, Kansas Cities, here I go. Right, next question for you is, if you could have dinner with anyone, living or not, who that would be and why?
This might sound silly, but I would actually love to have dinner with Barack Obama.
I would as well, actually.
the former president. He wasn't a perfect president, but nobody is. But I think he was very brave and a good leader. And I just see how he loves people and treats people. And I would just love to have dinner with Barack Obama.
Amazing. You know, people say that I look like him.
What's that?
People say that I look like, when I shaved,
Oh,
and
okay.
that's why people say that I look like him. And I remember I had so many situations, like I was working for Disney Cruise Line 4 years ago in Disney World in Orlando. And even a child approached me. He was like, oh my God, you look like Barack Obama. So many situations.
Yeah, I can see it a little bit.
Yeah, if I shave, completely shave, and I have very short hair, oh my god. And once as well, I was working in a hotel once, my very first day, and my colleague told me afterwards. And of course, my first day, I was very well dressed. It was my first day, and I went to the receptionist, and this colleague of mine, he told me afterwards, said, oh my god, William, when I saw you come to the hotel, for the first few seconds, I was like, what the president of America is doing here? Can you imagine? He told me afterwards, he was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe. Anyway,
Awesome.
Other time when people say that, I go like, oh yes, of course. I feel like very, honored, imagine.
Right.
Next question then, let's do it. Next question for you is, what 3 things are you most grateful for?
3 things I'm most grateful for. I'd have to say my family. As I mentioned before, just an amazing, supportive family that I would not trade for anything. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm a big dog person, so I'm grateful for my dog who's snoring next to me right now. It's a black pug, and when he sleeps, he makes the most horrendous noises when he sleeps. So, but I'm thankful for my pets, and I'm thankful that I live in a country that has the freedoms that we do. We're not oppressed or at war really right now, so I'm grateful for that as well.
Very good. As you're saying, you're very close to your family. Who in your family are you most close to?
My mom.
Right.
I have wonderful memories with my mom.
Good, very good. She's going to be happy to see that in the future, the interview. She's going to be very happy.
Yes.
Next question. Right, next question for you is, what's the best advice have you ever given?
The best advice I've given is only take advice from somebody you trade places with.
Oh, that's amazing, interesting.
I know that's very simple, but why would you take advice from somebody who you wouldn't want to be or want to be in their situation?
Very good. I like that. Next question, Deven. Let's do it. For the next question, and what's the most challenging part of your job, in your opinion?
Sometimes it's the people. Because I do help desk every now and then, and of course we only get calls from people who have issues, and their issue is always the most urgent one in the world, and I understand that, but it's very challenging sometimes when all you have is people calling with problems, and theirs is always the most important, and I guess it's very challenging to help them in a timely manner and help them to understand that sometimes your problem isn't the most important, and there's other people that have more urgent matters that need attended to first.
I see. Cool. Next question for you is, if you could ask for a miracle, what that would be?
There are so many things that I wish for the world. And this is going to sound cliche, I know, but I just wish that everybody would love everybody else, and everybody would just stop fighting about everything and complaining about everything. Like, no one's ever completely happy about any decision ever made. And it would be nice if we could just all be appreciative of what we have and love one another and treat everybody with respect.
Good. I think it's very simple. I think nowadays people should be more kind to each other, nowadays. And as you said, being respectful. I think it's the basic, isn't it? It's a very basic, being respectful to people, to our people.
And it's so easy to do, really.
Yeah. So easy, absolutely. And put ourselves as well in other people's shoes, you know what I mean? I think sometimes we're compassionate. Another question?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Okay, next question for you is, what did you want to be growing up?
I wanted to be a teacher growing up, and I'm the furthest thing from it almost now. But I loved my teachers in school, and they treated everybody fairly and tried to help everybody. And I think it's important that students and kids get a great education, because they are our future. We're all going to be relying on kids for cures and miracles in the future. And so I always wanted to be a part of that and be a teacher and help them with that.
Great. And if you could pick just one, your favorite teacher, just one, which one would be and why?
My favorite teacher, is that what you asked?
Yeah, at the time.
That would be probably I think she was my third grade teacher. Her name was Paula. And she had a very interesting way of teaching. I can't even describe it, but it wasn't completely the traditional way of teaching. She made you really think outside the box. She was an English teacher, but even just teaching English, she always made you use both sides of your brain and everything that you did, and just really cared about her students and helped them. And I just loved her teaching method.
Very good. Are you still in touch with her somehow, social media, or not?
I'm not. I was up until about probably 15 years ago, then not anymore.
Okay. Another question for you, Deven. Next question for you is, what makes you the saddest?
What makes me the saddest? Seeing people unhappy makes me very upset. I'm an empath, and so I feel everything everybody else feels. And just by looking at people and being around them, I know what they're feeling, no matter what comes out of their mouth. I really know what's going on inside. And it just makes me so upset and sad to see people like that. than that.
Very good.
It's kind of a curse to be able to do that, but
I agree. Next one. Next question for you is, what's the happiest day in your life so far and why?
The happiest day was probably my wedding day, which was just a little over 3 years ago.
Oh wow!
When I married my husband, that was a big deal. Sorry.
Oh, so sweet. Oh, beautiful, Deven. Oh, I want to give you a hug. Take a virtual hug. Beautiful.
It was very special to be able to actually be able to do that, and it was legal, and we flew the equality flag at our wedding.
Amazing. Oh, that's beautiful. And how long you been together for?
We've been together for 6 years and married for a little over 3.
Beautiful, beautiful. What's his name?
Kyle.
Hello, Kyle. Send my good wish to him as well, okay? When you talk to him. Oh, amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I got goosebumps now. My God, such a beautiful energy. I love it. Well done. Very good. Another question for you, Deven. Let's do it. Magic box. Why did you make Deven to cry? Your fault. Next question for you.
It was happy tears. It's okay.
Oh, very good. Define yourself in a season of the year and why.
I will tell you, it's not summer.
I think you're the only person who I know that says like that.
The season would be probably fall or autumn, because of all the colors and the vibrance and just the feeling of the air and the smell, and I would be autumn.
It's my favorite season as well. It's always been. It's funny because in London it's very gray. The leaves are changed, you know, and people go like, "Oh my God, I hate this season. I love it. It's my favorite season." It's just like the color of the trees. It's very crispy, you know. It's not very cold yet, and it's kind of a lot of sunny days as well. And somebody told me once that you feel very connected with the season of the year when you were born. And for me, it works very well because I was born in November, so it's perfect for me. I love it. I just love it, the autumn. But I like summer as well, I must say. Next question. Before the next question, what's the most similarity between you and your husband, and the biggest difference between both of you?
We're both very giving people. If anybody ever needs anything at all about anything, we are always willing to help and to give to make people's lives better.
Mm-hmm.
As for the opposite, he likes to party, and I don't. I'm a hermit. As you can see, it's dark in here. I live in the dark. I got my computer screen's on white, and a little LED light here just shining on me. But so I live in the dark, and he loves light, and he loves to go out and be around a lot of people all the time in loud environments. And I would much rather just stay home.
By the way, I like your background. Is that real, or it's like a paper, or so you made it up somehow? I like the background.
That's real. That's my living room.
Very good. Wow, beautiful. And I look back, oh my God, maybe he put like the back screen something.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Very good. Right. Next question for you is: where is the most exotic place have you ever been?
The most what?
Exotic place have you ever been?
Exotic place. I've never been out of the United States ever, because I'm kind of scared too, honestly. I have this view of the rest of the world that it's people who still live in tents, and I know it's absolutely not true, but in my mind, that's if I think I travel over there, I think I'm going to be living in a tent with no running water or anything like that. I know that's absolutely ridiculous. I haven't been to any place really exotic, but my favorite place to go is probably Arizona. And yes, I know it's ridiculously hot there, but I like the atmosphere. I have family who lives there, and so if I had a choice to travel somewhere, it'd be Arizona.
Cool. Another question for you, Deven. Okay, next question for you is, what was your favorite thing to do as a kid?
Legos. There wasn't technology. We didn't have video games. I lived on a farm, and my parents bought me Legos, and I would just sit and build Legos and make my own games using Legos. So that's just what I did all the time.
Did you manage to do the big castles or kind of get things together?
No, I never did anything big like that. I mainly just built games. I made a marble game with a ramp and the ball return out of Legos, and I made dice games with Legos, and that's what I did with them.
Another question. Next question for you is, what do you think is a good age to start dating and why?
I would say probably around 20 or 21.
Why?
I didn't start dating until I was probably 22 or 23, which may have been a little late. But I think during the teen years, you have so much going on and so much other stuff to concentrate on with school and college and sports and whatever other extracurricular activities there are. And so I don't think that there's a whole lot of time to actually concentrate on relationships. Once you hit 2021, you probably in college and have a lot more time, maybe have a part-time job, and you have more time to concentrate and pay attention to relationships.
Good. Right, Deven, I have 3 questions left for you, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay, next question is, if you were to raise a child, what are the most important things would you like them to learn?
They would most definitely have to learn how to treat other people and respect other people. That's the most important thing to me now, and that is most definitely the thing that I would have to teach my children, is how to be respectful and honor other people at all times.
Very good. Good one. 2 questions left. Let's do that one. For the next one, what do you miss the most of your hometown back in Nebraska? Besides your family.
Yes, my family for sure. The sense of community that everybody has there. It's a town of about 2,000 people, like I mentioned, and this can be good and bad, but everybody knows everybody, and everybody knows everybody's business, which that's not always good. But I really miss the sense of community and how everybody respects each other and helps each other out at all times.
Good. Next question is, what scares you the most about your future?
Probably my health. I'm very healthy right now, but my grandparents died of cancer, all but one of them, and that one had dementia or Alzheimer's. She passed away from, and my mom has lung conditions, and my dad's had cancer, although he's fine now. So I'm gonna have to really be careful about my health in the future.
At least you are kind of aware, so you kind of at least the things in your family as well, so it makes you more aware of things.
Right. I know what to pay attention to.
Pay attention. Yeah, absolutely. Deven, ready for the last one?
Ready.
Let's do it. Before the last question, tell me something that I only can find in Selena. I cannot find anywhere else in the world, or in America.
Oh, I got one for you, but it's a restaurant. It's called the Cozy Inn, and it's actually world famous. But you're only gonna find that in Salina, and they make sliders, burger sliders, and they're absolutely incredible, and they're only here.
Very good, very good. I think the owner is gonna be very happy as well to know that. Okay. Last question is, what did you think was the most challenging part of being a kid?
I'm a very independent person. I basically do everything by myself, and I always have. So the most challenging part, and it was a positive too, was being told what to do all the time. I think I like doing my own thing. I never disrespected my parents, but I always loved to do my own thing. I did not like being told what to do and when.
Was a lot of crush besides because of that? No?
No.
Right. Let's play now the word association game, okay? The quick thinking game. So I'm going to give away some words and you just tell me one word that comes to your mind, okay?
Yeah. All right.
Let's start with life. One word.
Beauty.
Okay. Money.
Fortune.
Love.
Compassion.
Family.
Support.
Sex.
Love.
Politics.
Conflict.
Religion.
Conflict.
How about friendship?
Compassion.
Regret.
Remorse.
Desire.
Lust.
Success.
I'm going to say love.
Okay. Happiness.
People.
Wish.
Desire.
Okay. And if I tell you Nebraska, one word.
Flat.
So I'm about to say, how about Kansas? You're going to say the same as well.
Flat, yes.
And the last one now. United States of America.
Proud.
Cool. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your lovely husband for a cup of tea, and I'm going to ask him, tell me the most beautiful thing about Deven, and tell me something that he needs to work on, to improve on. What do you think your husband will tell me?
Okay. The best thing would probably be that Deven really cares about other people, and he would do anything for anybody. And things Deven needs to work on would be his communication skills. He needs to talk more. He's pretty quiet.
And if I would ask the same question to your lovely mom, what she would say?
The same thing for the positive and things I need to work on. Well, I'll tell you what she would say is my relationship with God. That's what she would say.
Oh, very sweet. Okay, Deven, let's play now Deven and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Right, you can ask me a question now.
What is the most daring thing you've ever done?
Wow, very good question. Okay, you put me in the spot now, okay? Now it's my time to be in the spot. Right, the first thing actually that came to my mind, Deven, was a few years ago, I was working in a hotel, and I met a lovely colleague. She was new in the hotel, and she was very shy. And so I could see that and I was very fortunate, very happy, very lucky that our team was very happy people. I still get in touch with them, I'm still in touch, and everyone was very receptive as well. And she was very shy for some reason, and I could see we were trying to kind of get her, to get interacting in the group, but she was always very shy. And that intrigued me a little bit. And I start kind of talking to her and kind of getting closer to her. And she opened up about her life, like she was going through a really tough time in her life. And I'll never guess that. And long cut story, I helped her. It was kind of, she was being, I don't say abused, but she was being treated not very well by her ex boyfriend or our husband at the time, and she just wanted to move out. And she had a little baby as well at the time. My God, I even don't believe I'm saying that now. But anyway, so I helped her to go through that situation. I helped her. She opened up to me, and she trusts me. And I think nowadays she always tell me, I will always be thankful to you, because I would never talk to anyone about that. I was going through a really tough time at the time. It was really hard. I didn't have like a way to go. And just the way you kind of slowly start to, to support me somehow, start talking to me, you made me open up. And she is in a much better place right now. And actually, it's something that when you said that, for some reason came up to my head straight away, and it was something that for me was something normal. I was just trying to, to see why she wasn't, because I could see she was a very lovely person, but I could see that for some reason she wasn't. She wasn't comfortable being around us, or she was interacting. I could see something wasn't right, and she trusted me. After a while, she trusted me and she opened up with me, and I think that does the fact that I could be able to emotionally help her. It was something, I think, dear. Something for me was something simple that I could do to anyone, but I could see for her was a big thing, because literally just changed her life, and she's in a better place right now.
That's awesome.
Good. God,
that makes me very happy.
Yes, was something very, as I said, sometimes, as you were saying before about things people said, sometimes you don't know, what people going through. Sometimes we are going through such tough times sometimes, and we even don't know. And we have a big smile sometimes, but you don't know what's behind the smile sometimes. And I think some people are very sensitive, and they can feel it that something is not right. And sometimes you need to be compassionate and try to, just to help, or to even just with kind words. In the end of the day, I didn't do anything. I literally just, I just made her think that I was there for her. If she needed anything, I was there. And that's what I think, if people would at least just listen sometimes to people. I think people sometimes, they just want to be listened. You know what I mean? They just want to be listened, or, to see that they are not alone. And so, yeah, that was my answer to you. I've done already over almost 400 people worldwide, and no one asked this question yet. So good for you. Deven, did you have a good time?
I did. This was awesome.
Thank you. Thanks so much for taking your time. As you said, you're a very quiet person. I'm honored to have a very quiet person be able to share this moment with me. Very private, very
yes, I can't even believe I agreed to this. So this is good for me.
Good, very good, very good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. And before we go, if you don't mind to share a positive message or a positive quote, something that inspires you in life.
Something that inspires me in life?
Yeah, like a quote or a message, something that you could share with the world.
It's a part of a Bible verse, actually, although I'm not super religious anymore. But it's always the greatest of these is love, and I just live by that every day.
Great, very good. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much. All the best in regards. Okay, take care.
All right. Have a great day.
Bye, Dev. And you. Bye.
Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first subscribe to our channel, and after that just go to our website www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show, and I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.